What's up, Wildcats? Welcome to Tuesday in Current Events, and it is a spectacular Tuesday. I believe it's going to hit 60, close to 70 degrees today, so I hope that after school you all can get outside and enjoy the sunshine and almost spring-like weather today. All right, so it's been a while since I've been able to make a video and see you. That's because this household has been infected with COVID. Yes, it's been here. My daughter had it. Then my wife got it. Then my son got it. Finley's back to school. My wife is back to work. Duncan is still homesick. He's got another day or two that he has to be home, and then he can go back to school. Fortunately, I'm keeping my fingers crossed. So far, we've come through this without any, repercussions, any problems that we can really see. And oh my gosh, knock on wood, I have yet to catch it. So I have no idea how that's possible. I do have a kind of a man cave in the basement that I have escaped to over the last couple of weeks. Maybe that's responsible for me not catching it. So I'm hoping that I will stay healthy and COVID free. All right. We've got some big stuff to do today. We had the election on November 3rd. Y'all did a good job studying for that. Y'all did a good job putting together your electoral maps. We talked a little bit about systemic racism last week, because that's been a big issue that Biden and Harris have brought forward since they became the president and vice president elect. And since we did that lesson, some other big news regarding Native Americans and the Native American vote has come to light. So that is what we're going to focus on today, is how natives factored in the 2020 presidential election. So let me bring up my browser here. And first of all, we're going to take a look at the folder for today. If you all get lost, you need stuff, remember, I keep things organized by the days during which class meets. That's Tuesdays, Thursdays. Today we're here, Tuesday, November 17th. There's an attendance form. Make sure you fill that out today so you get credit for being here. And then the assignments will be inside this red folder. All right? Just one assignment today. Okay, it's called Counting the Native Vote. And the reason we're doing this is because if you think back to your electoral maps that you made, and if you haven't done it, make sure you get that done, all right? Your electoral maps. We had Arizona. I believe the day we made this, Arizona might have been leaning Trump. It might have been sort of pink because it hadn't been called yet, but Trump was in the lead. However, Biden was gaining at the time. And Biden was gaining to the point where it became a Biden-leaning state, which we give it a light blue. But then last week, or early this week, the race was actually called in Arizona for Joe Biden. So Joe Biden won 11 electoral votes from the state of Arizona, and that is critical to his victory in the Electoral College. As you know, the popular vote doesn't decide who the president is. The Electoral College does. How many votes, how many electoral votes do you need to win? Did I hear 270? Yes, that's right, 270. Good work. All right, you need 270. And Joe Biden was able to get 11 of his 270 votes out of Arizona. How did that happen? Well, on Friday, actually this is Saturday, 11/14. I'm looking at the date here. 11/14 in the Huffington Post, that's an online newspaper, they printed this article titled, "Native American Voters Were Crucial to Joe Biden's Victory." How about that? Native Americans made the difference in this election. That's what this article is claiming. The overwhelming turnout in tribal communities in the state of Arizona was key, said Navajo Nation President Jonathan Nez. Awesome. And this article, which is in the green folder, if you're interested in reading it, it's a pretty fascinating article. It's in the green folder, class handouts, is all about how natives turned out in record numbers in Arizona to vote for Joe Biden and help give him victory over Donald Trump. So as I read this article, I just began thinking, okay, there's Arizona. They've got some reservations down there, and the natives came out in record numbers, and they voted for Joe Biden. How about South Dakota? South Dakota has, as we know, has 3 electoral votes, and generally South Dakota goes red. Generally, it goes for the Republican. So it generally is going to go for Donald Trump. How does that happen? And how do Native Americans, vote in South Dakota. I thought this would be something useful for us to look into in our current events class. So that's what we're going to study today. We are going to study specifically how Native Americans in South Dakota voted. Did they go for Biden like they did in Arizona, or did they go for Trump? Or is it, 50-50? There's really no difference. So here's how we're going to investigate that. It's going to be a lot of fun, and you are going to get so much smarter after today's lesson. I'm really excited for you because this is going to be a good one. Okay, you need a couple things. The assignment, which you find, I'll go back. The assignment is in the red folder. It's called Counting the Native Vote. And when you open that assignment, this is what it's going to look like. Okay, gives you a little bit of a preface. Make sure you read that. It's basically what I just described to you about the win in Arizona. And then there's some directions. Now, there's a pretty good number of directions here. So I'm going to want you to pay close attention to all these directions, and I'm going to go through them now, okay? Because there are a couple things you're going to need. You're going to need to juggle a couple things to do this assignment. You're going to need some maps, and those maps, if you hit that link, are these maps right here. There are two maps that we're going to use today. One of these maps is a map of South Dakota's Indian reservations, all right? We got Standing Rock, we got Lower Brule. Right here, here's where we are, Rosebud. To the west of us is Pine Ridge. We also might take a look at Cheyenne River. The Cheyenne River Reservation is right here. That's going to be, it's this large area here. And we're going to take a close look at Cheyenne River Reservation. All right, that's one of the maps you're going to need. The other map is below it. If you scroll down, the other map is a map of all the counties. Let's see if I can make this a little larger. There we go. The other map is all the counties in South Dakota. And you're going to need to look at both of these. So I just mentioned the Cheyenne River Reservation. So let's take another look at that. Here's the Cheyenne River Reservation. And inside this, you can still see the counties. You see this line here marking the county? And this is the river that marks the southern border of the Cheyenne River Reservation. And it's the southern border of this county. So it's kind of an L-shaped county. What county is that? That's important. To find that out, we're going to go back down to the counties map. Here it is, that L shape, the river's marking the southern border of the county, and it's Ziebach. I'm not sure how to pronounce that exactly. Is it Ziebach or Ziebach? Ziebach County. That is going to be very important. We're going to find out how the people in Ziebach County voted. And to do that, there's a third item that we need. All right, we need the maps. And we need this page that shows the counties and the total votes for Biden and Trump. And if you click on this link, it opens up this page here. And on this page, on the left-hand side, is the name of all the counties. So let's go down and look for that Ziebach County. Down to probably the last one. Yep, the Z's. I'm not sure if you can see it. Am I in the way? Yes, I am in the way. Let me move out of the way. There we go. There is Ziebach County. And here's the information that you're going to need for this assignment is you'll need to know the county name. You'll need to know how many voters turned out in Ziebach County total. And that's in this circle right here. 55.9% of the voters in Ziebach County turned out and voted. So that's a little more than half the voters voted. All right, in Ziebach County. And then if you click on the results, view results, you will see who voted for Donald Trump, 45% of them, and how many voted for Biden, 53%. So that county went for Joe Biden. All right, that's the information that you're going to need for this. Let me go back, and I'll go back to the directions. Okay, we've got our maps. We've got the page showing the voting results, and then there's a chart. And the chart, I'm going to scroll further down this page, is right here. All right? I have the chart divided into two sections. We have the native-leaning counties. That means a county that's on a reservation, and it leans native. There are more natives in this county probably than non-natives. All right? And the counties here, we'll look at this. Here's Dewey County. Let's look on our map. Where is Dewey County? Right here. Dewey County, almost the center of the state, a little bit north central in the state. What reservation is that? let's scroll up. Here's Dewey County right here. Dewey County is Cheyenne River Reservation. All right, so that is a native-leaning county. We're going to find out how the natives voted by looking at the results of Dewey County and filling in our chart. So let's do that. I'm going to go to the page with the counties. I'm going to find Dewey. Here's Dewey County. First thing I need is how many voters turned out. 57.35%. Voter turnout. 57.35%. That's how many voters turned out. Now I need to know how many voted, what percent voted for Biden. All right, let's look at the results. View results. In Dewey County, Cheyenne River Reservation. Look at that. In a native-leaning county in South Dakota, 58% of the vote went to Joe Biden. That's excellent for Joe Biden. And that is a similar result to what happened. Let me get the exact percentage. 58. Oh, it is just 58. Okay, 58% in that county voted for Joe Biden. So what percent voted for Donald Trump? 40% right here. 40% voted for Donald Trump. Okay, so there, I've done Dewey County. Okay, I've done Dewey County for you. Dewey County is a native-leaning county because it's the entire county is on or within the boundaries of the Cheyenne River Reservation. Is that enough proof? Do we know yet? Have we proved that natives in South Dakota went for Joe Biden? No, we haven't. We just have one data point. Let's find more. That's actually what you're going to do. Look for Ogallala, Lakota County. Look for Todd County. And then the one we looked at the beginning, Ziebach County. Find those counties, fill that information in. And if we look at all these counties that have a pretty heavy Lakota population, we'll know a little bit, or have a little bit better picture of whether or not the Lakotas, the natives in South Dakota, voted for Biden or voted for Trump. And then will we know for sure? Not really. You know what would help? Taking a look at non-native counties. Let's see how other people, how non-natives in South Dakota voted. To do that, we're going to come down here to this part of the chart. Non-native leaning counties. A non-native leaning county, well, would be any county in South Dakota that's not on a reservation. Pretty simple. If a county is not this orangish color, it's not on a reservation, and it's likely to be made up almost entirely of non-natives. So let's take a look here down at the map. One of the furthest ones from any reservation is right here up in the upper in the northwest corner of the state. This county right here, no reservation. That's a non-native county. Let's see what that county is. All right, here it is. That's Harding County. I've already filled that in here. We're going to look at Harding County and see what the vote did in Harding County. So we'll go back to our chart. Harding County, here we go. Oh my gosh, look at that turnout, 83.13%. That's almost the entire population. 80.13% turned out to vote in Harding County. Now let's see how these non-natives voted. Who did they vote for? View results. What's your guess while it's coming in? You think they went Biden or Trump? Ooh, OMG. That's kind of shocking, isn't it? Look at that. Only 6% went for Joe Biden. So let me fill in my chart. 6% for Joe Biden. This actually tells you how many votes that is. 49. Only 49 people in that whole county. 49. I got almost that many kids in this class. Only that many people voted for Joe Biden. Crazy, huh? Now, Donald Trump got 92% of the vote. So let's fill this in. 92%. Now we're getting some data here. It's getting kind of cool. We can look and see up here that In Dewey County, first of all, the voter turnout was far less than in Hardin County. However, the native population of Dewey County voted for Joe Biden over Donald Trump. And we come down here to the non-native county, Hardin County, huge turnout and huge vote for Donald Trump. So I didn't pick other counties here. I want you to decide which other non-native counties you're going to put in here. You need to choose 3 others. I did Harding. You could use Harding, or you could pick another. But go back to the map. Look where there is not a reservation, where we do not have a reservation, and find a county and find the data for that county. Here's one right here in the middle of the eastern part of the state. A nice little rectangle sitting right there. What county is that? That's non-native. That's one you could use. That's Hand County. You could use Hand County. All right. You could use this county right here below Harding County. That's another one you could use. That's Butte County. So find those counties of non-native voters. Find their data. Okay. Then there are some questions. I think there are 4 questions. Yes. Here are the questions. Look at the turnout and voting percentages of the native-leaning counties. What do you notice? So once you've got this chart filled in for the native-leaning counties, the reservation counties, what do you notice? What do you notice about voter turnout? Is there any similarity? What do you notice about who they voted for? Is it all over the place, or do they tend to vote for the same person? Let's see if we can figure something out. Something that the natives in South Dakota did. How did they vote? That'll be this part of the chart you look at to answer that question. Second question. Look at the turnout and voting percentages of the non-native leaning counties. What do you notice? Okay, the same thing from the bottom part of the chart, where the non-natives are. What do you notice? What does their turnout look like? Does it stay here with this 80%? Is it big, huge? Or was this an anomaly? Was this an exception? Who did they vote for? Were they like this, 92% for Trump? Or is this also an exception, just a weird county that went all in for Trump? What do you notice about this side of the chart, half of the chart? All right, question 3. Now for some analysis. Why do you think the different counties voted this way? If you want, show your data to an adult in your house and show them what you found. This is so small. All right, that's better. If you want, show your data to an adult in your house and show them what you found. That might be fun. If you find something interesting in this chart, show it to someone in your house. Say, hey, look, Mom, Dad, Auntie, Uncle, look what I found out about the voters in South Dakota, about the native voters. Look what we did. Share that with them. All right? What do they think about the data you found? And type in their answer here. All right? Just type your answer right behind the question. Finally, talk to an adult in your house. Ask them if they voted. Ask them this question. Is voting important? Why or why not? And then put down their answer. It's not important to me who they voted for. I'm not prying in anybody's business. I just want to know if they voted, if they think it's important, if they don't, and why they think that. Perfectly legitimate reasons for thinking voting is important. And there are also perfectly legitimate reasons for thinking voting isn't important. Just want to know what an adult thinks in your house so you can do some analysis and so that you can become way smarter. All right? So that is today's assignment. I'm pretty excited about this, and I'm pretty excited to see what you all end up discovering about the native vote in South Dakota. All right. So let me finish up with this. Number 1, make sure you get your attendance done. Number 2, do a good job on this assignment. All right. If you need to, go back, rewind the video, replay some parts again. If there was a little bit confusing to you, or if there's something you don't quite understand, it's in the video. And even after watching the video, you're still a little bit stuck, contact me. You can send me a message and I will get back to you as soon as possible. All right. That's going to wrap up Tuesday. Now on Thursday, going to give you a little bit of a warning, a heads up here. There's going to be a quiz on Thursday, and it's going to go back to everything that we've done in class up until now. The quiz is going to ask you about the Electoral College, about how we elect a president, about how old you have to be to vote, all the stuff that we looked at in the first week. There will be some things in there about what privilege is. Remember the story of the fish and the water? I'll probably ask a question about the story of the fish and the water from last week's lesson on Thursday, I believe. There's a video with a fish story in it. And there'll be some questions about the native vote in Arizona and probably some of the statistics from South Dakota. That is going to be on Thursday. I hope that you all have a fantastic day today. I hope you will stay healthy. I hope that when you go out in public, you will continue to wear masks and keep your families safe and keep yourself safe. All right. Love y'all. Can't wait to see you in person. And I hope that I get back to school soon so that I can actually do a live stream and we can be in class together for a change. All right. Because I definitely missed that. So catch everybody on Thursday. Do a great job with this assignment. Bye, y'all.